Welcome to today's broadcast of Carroll High School Athletics. This is CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports. Now, here are your Carroll Chargers.
Hello and good evening, Carroll. We're here at Charger Field, about to start the game of the Lady Chargers versus Homestead. I'll turn it over to Austin Fox with some info versus the two teams.
All right, thank you, Kyle. My name is Austin Fox from CSBN, worldwide leader in Charger sports. This game is going to be a huge one for either team. Whoever comes out with a W, it will not be a cakewalk for either team. It's going to be hard fought for and hard work for. Last year, these two teams met, and the Lady Chargers came out on top and rode that victory all the way to semi-state, where they would end up losing in that semi-state game. But this is definitely going to be a big game for both teams. Both teams coming with a very good record. And other than DeKalb, this game just might as well be the decider for the NHC Conference winners, because both of these teams are very talented and very well versed in what they do. So expect it to be a good game. Two Charger players to look out for is the sisters, Sierra and Claire Geiger, both of them midfielders. Expect both of those players to come up big and lead their pressure all over the place. I'm going to go ahead and get your starting lineups for you, Charger fans. And for the Chargers, Claire Geiger, we talked about, will be starting in midfield. She's only a sophomore, and Tori Minnick will be playing in forward. She's a sophomore as well. Number 6, Hannah Klosky, the forward. She's a senior. Leanne McAfee, the senior, will be playing back in the defense position alongside Megan Reeder, who is another senior and playing defense. Skylar Reed takes control of the goalkeeping duties tonight for the Lady Chargers. Sydney Piper will be the third defense back, as she's a junior, number 15. Olivia Niskel, the sophomore midfielder, along with Claire Geiger as well, and she'll spin that spot as well with Sierra Geiger. And Brooke Bashir will be the fourth midfielder of the game. The two forwards for the Chargers, Tori Minnick and Hannah Klosky, meaning that it will be a 3-4-2 setup for the Chargers. Think of it, it's a 4-4-2 setup for the Lady Chargers tonight. So maybe not so much offense with this setup, but they're going to rely on solid midfield play and solid defensive play. For the Lady Spartans, it will be Marcy Patrick, number 3, Sarah Green, number 4, Carly Gaucher, number 5, and number 6, Elena Merrick. Emily Gray, number 12, Chelsea Stevens, number 14, and number 16, Erin Wilson. Number 20, Katie Bale, and number 21, Megan Walkerfinger. And number 22 and 23, Kelsey Redmond and Teresa Moe, respectively. Kyle, I'll turn it back to you for the final comments before we go to the break and send you on your way.
Well, thank you, Austin. I just got to make one comment about the Geiger girls. They have always been competitive. I know Sierra, we broadcast her during basketball season, and both the Geiger girls are very competitive. They're fierce. Every time they play, they always bring a game. Every time, and whether it be defense or offense, they're always on top of everything. They're always that one that you can pass to and rely on to get it to the goal.
Absolutely. All right, so that will do it. This is Austin Fox and Kyle Congrats.
This is CSBN, worldwide leader, Charger Sports.
Welcome to today's broadcast of Carroll High School Athletics. This is CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports. Now, here are your Carroll Chargers.
All right, we're back with 40 minutes on the clock for the first half. The Carroll Lady Chargers set up. Homestead has the ball. Number 16, Ari Nelson, is going to take it away. Pass it back to number 8. Carroll Charger number 6, Hannah Crosby gets it and then passes it back. Number 20, We get a lot of passing out here. We're going to try and move, but Homestead gets it. Take it back towards their goal and pass it back to defense, number 15, Kelsey Stevens. Going to pass it up to number 16. Ref kind of gets in the way there. Number 22 is going to get it, just now passing half field. Going to try and take it. A lot of closer out there. Pass it way up to number 16, but she misses it. Looks like the goalkeeper is going to get some. And we
got a whistle, but boy, you saw number 16 for Homestead, Ari Nelson. She went one-on-one. I think they're going to call off sides there, but boy, that was close. And if it wasn't for the offsides, Ari Nelson for Homestead had a wide open look.
Here goes number 23, passing a pass half field, but Homestead's going to get the pass. Going to shoot it up. Defender's going to head it back to number 2.
Oh, there's Claire Geiger, and she's trying to put the moves, and that was a nice job getting by Sarah Green of Homestead. That's number 5 who picks it up in the backfield, and now Carroll's got it again near midfield.
All right, Sierra almost looks like she was going to take it, but it was almost a fake. We got a lot of pushing out there. I'm surprised the ref isn't calling it yet. All the way on the left side of the field, Homestead's going to punt it up. Number 16 is going to try and head up, but misses it. Defense picks it up. Homestead's going to get it. Just outside the circle. Carroll's going to head it. Number 4 is on the chase, but it looks like 15 is going to get there first for Carroll.
Boy, there's a fight back, and what a save by Skylar Reed. Number 15, Sydney Kipfer was really working hard against Sarah Green, the forward for the Spartans, and she got a shot away, and that had to be a great save by Skylar, or otherwise that ball was going in the net, and it was a great save. She'll have to dive all the way to her right to go get that one. It was a good shot by Sarah Green, and right now Carroll's being a little outplayed in terms of ball possession.
Number 2, Claire Geiger is going to get it. Pass it up to, got a trip. Number 6, Hannah Crosby picks it up. Lost it from Claire. Homestead's going to get it, make a quick pass. A lot of close quarters passing we got here. If they stay bunched up, it's almost like they could dribble it a little bit better. Up past half field, going to pass it back to the defensive line. Kelsey Stevens is going to get it, pass it upfield, all the way on the left side of the field. Sierra's going to get this one, battling with Homestead's defense.
There's an opportunity for the Chargers right now. So far, the best one they've had. And long shot, more like the cross. More like from the far side of the near side, right in front of the net, and it's headed away by number 6, Elena Merritt. Nice job, and
over the net.
Over the net. That was the Chargers' number 23.
Brooke Bishir,
who will carry that one over the net.
I think that's the closest shot they've had yet, Austin.
And you're absolutely right. But again, the Chargers only have a 2-forward set right now, and so they're not going to get a whole lot of offense, but instead are going to rely on midfielder play.
Sierra Geiger's going to get this one. Brett almost getting hit with the ball. Pass, going to punt it way up in the air to center. Number 5, Tori Minnick is going to get it. Battling with Homestead's midfield.
She shielded the ball well that time, and there goes number 5, Tori Minnick, to the ground. No call.
All right, number 23 from Carroll, Brooke Bisher is going to get it, battling with number 22 from Homestead, Kelsey Wedelet, their forward. Homestead's definitely putting the pressure right on Carroll's midfield.
Boy, Hannah Krosky made a bunch of great moves right near midfield. And there's a head back, but Hannah Krosky's been playing pretty well in the early parts of this one.
Goalkeeper's going to get this one. Long shot out, 30 yards.
Oh, that was Sierra Geiger just pretty much throwing up a hopeless shot right at the net. But here we got a chance! Shot! Oh,
barely missed it.
What a save by the goalkeeper that time. Number 4, Sarah Green, who was actually coming back to play defense, fell down. And it gave Tori Minnick a shot. And she put it on. And boy, what a save by the goalkeeper for the Spartans that time. And it's a corner kick.
Up in the air. Homestead's going to get it and put it right back to the corner.
Hey, Miss Andrews, who's their goalkeeper? What's her name?
Our goalkeeper?
No, theirs.
Megan Rommelfinger,
Megan Rommelfinger.
number 21.
Okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
And another corner kick after that one went in, and it was headed by the goalkeeper, Megan Rommelfinger, over the net.
That one was a little bit higher. Put it down on the other side of the field more.
Hopefully Claire Geiger can do something, and she's on the near side, being battled right now pretty hard. Escapes from one, but has to bring it out. And finally lost it. Boy, that was tough playing by Claire Geiger down there on the near side. Now McAfee running. And here comes Homestead.
Homestead's currently on a 4-2-4, which means they have 4 forwards, 2 midfields, and 4 defense.
And that's an extremely offensive attack. And you saw the Chargers, once they got near midfield, they've had some success. And even into Homestead territory, they've had some success. But they cannot allow these 4-4s for Homestead to do significant damage. And it's going to be a tough defensive night for Diane McAfee and company.
Ball goes out. It's going to go to Homestead, all the way over by Homestead bench. She's going to throw it in. Bombarded by Carroll defense. We're going to pressure them down a little bit, cause them to use a triangle, which means they just pass it back and forth between 3 people. Got a headbutt up toward midfield, right in the middle of the circle.
Oh, Carroll not able to win that battle. It was good try, but it was close. But Homestead gets it. But it's been physical play all the way around. As Bashir stumbles a little bit, but Carroll gets it back.
Going to pass it up to Carroll's 2 forwards, but Homestead's going to get the pass. Going to dribble down left side, looking for the cross. Now keep in mind, folks, there's only 2 forwards, so there's only 2 people down there compared to Homestead's 4 defensive.
Well, Megan Rommelfinger is going to run out of her box to go get that one. But those 2 forwards are Tori Minnick and Hannah Krosky, number 5 and number 6, respectively, and they're going to have to work extra hard in this game if they're going to be successful.
Looks like we're going to get a kick out of bounds from Homestead, number 4, Sarah Green. Carroll's going to take this one as a sub comes in. Number 5, Tori Minnick is going to go out, and in comes
Nicole Biggs, number 12.
Big throw is going to lead to a headbutt, but Homestead's going to pick up the headbutt.
Well, Nicole Biggs is listed as a midfielder. Tori Minnick, number 5, is listed as a forward. So right now, legitimately, the Chargers only have 1 listed forward out on the field right now. And this is a little different strategy, but I think Nicole Biggs is going to come up and play that forward position that Hannah Krosky just left. You at least have to think that, or maybe one of the other midfielders for the Chargers will come up and play that forward position. But that 1-5-4 is still a legit formation. And the Chargers, who have struggled to really control dominance as far as ball possession goes, Kyle.
All right, number 6 from Carroll, Hannah Krosky, is going to get it, pass it to number 2. She's going to try and make the cross, but, oh, out of bounds. Flag risen.
Now that was Claire Geiger, and I think that ball just kind of took an awkward bounce off her toe, because not very often will you see her lose that much of possession on the ball like that.
Homestead's going to take the goal kick. Carroll's going to head it back up by the goal, but Homestead's going to punt it out. Carroll gets it once again. Ball's going to roll over to Carroll bench.
And actually going to go back to Homestead. Now, it's interesting, you did not see Megan Rommelfinger, the goalkeeper for the Spartans, kick that goal kick. It was actually number 15, Kelsey Stevens. So not all the time will that goalkeeper do the goal kick. It will actually be one of the players who they might think have a better leg. And there's a Spartan player awkwardly falling to the ground.
slipping in between midfield, passes it back to defense. They're doing a lot of back and forth here, Austin.
Absolutely, and this game has been evenly matched for the most part all the way around.
I think Homestead's 4-2-4 has really got their power evenly distributed between defense and offense.
And that's true because they haven't given up a lot of opportunities. Now, there's been some close ones, and both goalkeepers had to come out and make a save. But we knew this would be a good matchup, and it's turning out to be one as McAfee is going to lose it, and it's actually going to go back to Carroll off the side throw there. McAfee will toss it in, and she'll be looking for Claire Geiger and coming over to get it. Well played by Sierra. She's just flat out hustling everybody else, and Claire Geiger maybe losing a little bit of presence there, not knowing where that defender was. It was number 4, Sarah Green, who's really made an impact and in a lot of plays thus far.
Homestead's going to throw it in, defending with defender McAfee.
McAfee loses the battle to Hannah Miller that time. So now the Chargers are going to have to come up and play some good defense here. That's actually going to go all the way out and back for another throw-in.
Defense is going to punt it way up. Number 6 trying to get that one. Hannah Croce misses the headbutt. Homestead's going to get it.
And that was a very nice play from number 15, Sydney Kipper, who comes over to kick that ball and get it out of there. The Chargers needed it out of their box, and she comes up and makes that play. And so the Chargers are able to reset a little bit and force the Spartans to reset as well.
Big throw from Homestead, a lot of back and forth. Just now got the kick
from
well defense.
Played. But it's a little 1-on-2, and here comes Sierra Geiger. She's got a 1-on-1 shot. Oh, what a stop by defender number 15. That was Kelsey Stevens, who got a foot off of Sierra Geiger's shot.
Number 13 coming up on Carroll goal. Defense is going to stop him and kick him out of bounds.
Well, going back, Sierra Geiger, before she could get that shot away, because she might have held onto the ball too long, she had to get it under control. And by the time she had it, that Kelsey Stevens, a senior, comes up with a huge foot on the ball that time as Sierra Geiger was putting that ball on net. And really, Sierra Geiger almost walked in there with the first goal of the game.
You're right, Austin. She got the cross, and she was right there. No one on her.
Boy, you could not ask for a better opportunity. Ooh, that hits the side of Anna Krosky's head that time, takes an awkward bounce.
Struggling to get the ball downfield, Carroll's defense just trying to battle with Homestead's 4 offensive line. One thing I've noticed about Carroll so far is they have great footwork when they're really pressured by Homestead. It seems like they never break down.
Oh, absolutely. This is a clinic that the Chargers are putting on, and almost a chance for the Chargers after there are 3 Spartans and 2 Chargers in the area. And Krosky was trying to get it back over to number 5, Tori Minnick, who came back into the game.
Oh.
And that was number 12, Emily Blay, who comes over and pushes down Brooke Bashir.
Very obvious.
Absolutely. Chargers get it back. Ooh, and that's a little hit throw right there to number 12, and Anna Krosky is going to give it right back to Emily Blay, who put Bashir down.
Okay. So you want to go downstairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Get the throw from Homestead. Defense is going to try and battle Homestead for this one. Like we keep saying earlier, it's very close quarters, a lot of close passing.
We got a whistle. And now they're going to allow subs to come on. Let's see who's coming out. It will be Brooke Bashir coming out. Nicole Biggs comes back in, apparently. And
And I need help. The Homestead needs water, and I don't know where to tell them to go. They got their orange jug over here that's just empty.
all right. Here come the Chargers with a chance. Boy, Kyle, the Chargers have really been fighting, but this has just been a classic, hard-fought game so far.
Well, two rivals, I mean, you can almost expect it to be back and forth for at least the first half.
And both of these teams are so talented.
I think it comes down to what team gets tired first.
Really, and I have no doubt that both of these teams are well conditioned because they know that these games are going to be coming up, and we're going to have a quarter kick here, actually a throw-in. Geiger takes it and just kicks it right back out, not able to handle the hard toss.
Two subs coming in for Homestead.
Going to see number 20 and number 4 coming out. See number 17, and it looks like number 18 for Homestead. The two substitutions. Sarah Geiger, nice header over to Nicole Biggs. With Nicole looking long for Olivia Nispel.
Homestead defense just kicking out. It's almost like they're afraid to turn it back.
Yeah.
There had two girls on them right there from Carroll.
Bye.
Homestead battling with midfield.
Ma'am?
Homestead's going to get it.
Ma'am? Take it over to that building over there.
Defense is going to get it and knock it back to Homestead, number 27. Long punt up. Defense is going to recover this one with Homestead right on their tail. It's going to go out of bounds.
And one of the issues we were just made aware of, Congress, up in the booth, is right now the Homestead soccer team does not have a water jug. And so hopefully that issue gets resolved very quickly.
Yeah, Homestead, I mean, it's hard to function a team that is constant running with no water.
Ooh, that time. Well, it was Emily Blay who really looked like she just sold that push from behind. It looked like she slipped, but they're going to say it was a push. They're just going to go back to Homestead.
Homestead's going to get a penalty kick about 30 yards out. It's going to go... Oh, Homestead's going to get it inside the goalie box. And we have a whistle.
And it's going to go back to the Chargers. And number 15 clears it out of there. That's Cindy Kipford.
Homestead going to play the juggling game with Sierra Geiger to intercept it.
And Sierra Geiger's really fighting hard right now in that midfield position. She comes back to get it, and she goes to the ground. A little bit of a cross there. Oh, what a play!
Sticks her foot right up in the air and catches it. Brings it right back down to the ground.
But an equally good play by Elena Merida Jr. taking that away. Ooh, there's a hard collision by 18 Maddie Messman and 14 Allison Link of the Chargers and Carroll. Into the far corner. Oh, nice steal by Sierra Geiger near midfield. She'll bring it across. And she's going to get taken to the ground and no call.
Very surprisingly, because she looked like she hit the ground pretty hard.
Absolutely, and you've got the umpire there who apparently didn't think that it warranted a call. But Sarah Geiger's not the kind of person who's just going to fall down, and she's actually going to take a break along with Diane McAfee, putting Brooke Bashir back in, and Laura Markley, who's going to be coming in for Diane McAfee. Homestead had some substitutions in there as well, Kyle. So mass substitution for both teams.
Still subbing.
I was surprised, and now it's Leah Whitcomb coming in for Hannah Hesterman. Yeah, that was a little surprising. Why was nothing being played? And apparently there was one more sub yet to come on.
19 minutes left on the clock. Battle for the ball over on Homestead's goalie box. Definitely faking out of Homestead's defensive and midfield.
Homestead's being very protective of that goal right now. They've got at least 4 different Spartans in front of it, as that ball now going to the far side of the field, and Homestead gets to clear it out. So you with 18:23 to play, the Homestead Spartans and the Carroll Chargers score tied at 0.
Pass it all the way back to defense, 30-yard line.
Boy, you want to talk about having no time to really set and try to bring the ball back up the field. That was a Charger defenseman. Can't quite see the jersey number there to tell you exactly who it was, but she had a Homestead player on her from the moment she touched it. That is pressure at its best right there.
Well, it just goes to show you, as soon as you get to get the ball, you got to be looking for that one person to pass to.
Boy, that's a hard fall by 17 Morgan Cole, who hit the ground hard after number 17 Olivia made the contact, but they're going to say it goes both ways, and it's going to go back to the Chargers. It's a shot on goal. Nice save by Megan Rummelfinger. That's only the second shot on goal for the Chargers. Homestead has had 1. So this has been a low shooting game. It's not only been tough to score, it's been tough to shoot.
Well, I think both defenses have been on top of their game. As soon as they get their pressure and their mids back, I think it's just a game of close quarters ball.
And really, what could you expect? Both teams are seeing a lot of talent out there on the field right now.
Number 15 defense is going to get it. Looks like she's going to try and get it away, but out of bounds. Homestead's going to get it.
Looks like it's going to be a corner kick.
Oh. Nope, Homestead still has it. She's going to throw it in.
And we've also got some substitutions. 12, Nicole Biggs coming out. Geiger after a short break coming in. That takes care of the substitutions on the Carroll front. And nicely played by 24, Laura Markley, to get the Chargers the ball back. And now we got a whistle. I'm not sure. I have to say somebody else throws the ball in.
Actually, what happens often, if they bring their foot up, the ref gives them one warning, but somebody else has to throw the ball. Their foot has to maintain ground contact throughout the whole process of the throw. Homestead doing a little passing here and there through the triangle strategy. 17 is going to get it up towards goal, looking for the cross. Defense is going to get it, punt it way up the midfield. Homestead's going to pick up the pass, right back to defense, back to midfield. Carroll forwards, only 2 is going to get it. Up to looking for the cross.
Let's get it, Sierra. Here it is! Oh, it's just a little too hard for Torrey Minnick to handle.
Shot on goal.
Over the net. Sierra Geiger flat out battled the defenseman. And then the cross, when you looked at it, Torrey Minnick just not in great position to come up and make the play like she might have wanted to, and unfortunately the Chargers miss an opportunity to add a goal as the ball going into the stands that time.
Carroll's going to get the throw. Number 24, Laura Markley's going to throw this one in. Carroll forward. They're going to go back out. Yep. Going back out, and Homestead's going to get it.
Now it looks like it's going to be, yes, it is going to be Homestead. I was looking at the flag. It looked like it was going to be Carroll, but misread the direction there. That's kind of in our blind spot up here in the booth, Kyle.
Yeah, you're right. The booth is set back from the field. Homestead gets another throw in. Chest, whistle.
Back to Homestead. Homestead not taking much time. They're going to go ahead and get ready. And Skylar Reed will pick it up.
"13 minutes left on the clock. Ball's around midfield. It's going to go out of bounds and go to Homestead."
Well, the Chargers have had 2 shots on goal, and right now the Homestead Spartans have 1. And really the Chargers have had more chances, so it seemed. But right now with the score tied at 0-0, all it takes is one mistake by either team, and it's an entirely different story.
Well, like you said earlier, Austin, the score will definitely not be lopsided one way or another. I think both these teams are evenly distributed within power, defense, offense.
It would take a major breakdown by either team to see a score that's a 2-goal game, even a 3-goal game. It would take a major collapse by one of these teams. That time the Chargers were threatening, so the defenseman on the far side for Homestead.
I'm seeing one thing in common with Homestead and Carroll, and that's their defense. Both defenses are very quick and speedy, and they always get to the ball before the forwards do.
Well, the umpire's going to have to start jumping out of the way a little bit.
Ref. It's been bugging me.
Well, it's near midfield. Chargers got it, and out it goes for the throw-in. This is the second game that CSBN has done, Kyle, and ever. And so we're still learning some of the lingo as I...
Welcome to today's broadcast of Carroll High School Athletics. This is CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports. Now, here are your Carroll Chargers.
All right, Skylar Reed coming in with the goal kick. So with the goalie kick. And she'll get it out of there. Kick back. Chargers got it. Score tied at 0 as Sarah Geiger picks it up. Tries to leave it out there for number 10, Megan Reeder, but Homestead gets it back, and oh, what a nice play by defenseman for the Chargers to get it back. So up midfield it comes. Hannah Krosky running hard after it, battling number 5, Carly Gottschall for the Homestead Spartans. Near the far side it goes and out, and it goes off of a Carroll player on the far side, either Hannah Krosky or Sierra Geiger.
You know what I'm noticing is Carroll's forwards, it's almost like they're doubling themselves and making, if one's here, the other one's right there open for a pass, and they're always ready.
Both teams playing some excellent soccer. Good point, Kyle. The Chargers, I mean, this is really where the Chargers have a lot of strength in their athletics. This soccer program for a long time and its rich history, never a state title, but they did get to semi-state last year. And if they can pick up a win, that will give them a lot of confidence, because you would have to think you'd play them at some point in the regional. Homestead's not in our sectional, but at some point you'd have to think you're going to play them in the regional at least.
And you're right, Austin. I mean, that'd be the second state title that Carroll has, not only for baseball but also soccer.
Absolutely right, and that ball goes out, getting ready for the throw-in near the far corner, and it goes over the head of Sierra Geiger. And Homestead controls it near the box on the far side, and that's a great clearance pass by 14 for the Chargers. And now here comes Tori Minnick, and she takes a tough fall, and that will be the whistle.
No, that was a very obvious trip on that one.
Oh, absolutely. Teresa Bussey gets called. And Brooke Bashir.
I think it's Bashir.
Brooke Bashir. And after getting called, Teresa Buss heads it out. And now we got another whistle, and this time Hannah Krosky gets called.
Ball will go to Homestead.
Yep. And it's actually kind of funny. The Homestead should have just picked up the ball right there, but right near the midfield part of Homestead's territory, and the ball ends up rolling all the way into the near corner. So somebody threw an errant flip to the Homestead side, or an errant kick, either one.
From the 30-yard line, all the way to Carroll's center.
All right, here comes Hannah Krosky. She's working on number 5, Carly Goshall, and Hannah Krosky flat out knocks over Goshall, no call. And what a play by looks like number 8, Ashley Steiner, who took a apparent shot away from Sierra Geiger, who was loading up for it. She kicked it right past her. Hannah Krosky's fighting, looking for Tori Minnick, but that time number 6, Elena Merritt, clears it out. And out of play it goes, and Claire Geiger will get set for the throw-in. And no, we've got a substitution. Claire Geiger is coming out. And her substitution looks like number 4, Alexa Braun.
Just right there, Austin, I could definitely tell that Carroll just spread their wings a little bit, used some long passes, definitely spread out of the field.
Absolutely. This close quarter has not worked out for either team, and with 5:51 to go, the score is 0-0 in favor of nobody, actually, with 0-0. As it's going to get back up to midfield, and boy, Hannah Krosky not able to get there in time before the throw-in.
I'd actually have to say it's in favor of Carroll, because, I mean, if you haven't noticed, the ball is mostly on Homestead defensive territory, and Carroll only has 2 forwards.
Absolutely. They're definitely trying to keep that ball on the side of Homestead territory. They're having some success at this point, and they've had a lot of good looks, but it's been some amazing last-ditch efforts by the Spartans defense. And here's Brooke Bashir. Oh, what a nice job by number 22, Kelsey Wenlett, to just take it right from behind her. Here comes the Spartans. And Nicole Biggs was running hard and alerted of that fact. Ashley Steiner gets it away. And here comes Tori Minnick. And what a play. Elena Merritt, the junior, making some nice defensive plays. And with 4:35 to go, the score is tied at nothing. Both teams chipping and fighting away, looking for any kind of holes. And we're 4 minutes and now 21 seconds away from a 0-0 tie going into halftime. Bringing you a quick update on that score between the JV team and of your Chargers and the JV team of the Homestead Spartans, both the Lady Chargers and the Lady Spartans. The Chargers went into halftime down 1-0 and ended up coming out and scoring 3 goals in the second half to take a 3-1 lead. And if the Varsity Lady Chargers can build on that, maybe they can do the same thing and come up with a huge win. And what a nice move by Hannah Krosky. Moving and still fighting for it near the box. And that was very close to a huge play by Hannah Krosky. If she could have ever gotten turned around and facing the net on the near side of the box, she was right in front of it, she might have had a decent shot and a decent look at it. And Brooke Bashir gives up the ball near midfield, and Teresa Bussey bringing it up, and Skylar Reed coming over to the goalie to pick it up. 3:05 to go.
First time within 2 minutes Homestead has had it on Carroll's box.
And that is pretty impressive, and that's something you don't want to change if you're the Lady Chargers. Hannah Krosky fighting for that ball. And number 6, Elena Merritt, coming up big again. Clears it out. The throw-in comes in from Braun. Geiger's fighting for it on the far side. It'll go back to the Chargers. And Geiger to throw in. Quickly tipped away by Merritt of the Spartans. As we are near midfield, Chargers get it back after that clearance into the Chargers side, and here come the Spartans. They're fighting for it. Diane McAfee, as a last-ditch effort to try and reset, will clear it all the way out. And number 2, Lindsay Leap, the junior, will pass it in, and she's got to go farther down the sideline to throw it in. The Spartans were looking to hurry it up that time, Kyle, and try to catch the Chargers flat-footed.
And you know what? The defense have had a great idea by kicking it out of bounds. 1, to recuperate the team, bring everybody back down to their side, and 2, just to get the Homestead offense off their tail.
Absolutely, because the Homestead Spartans were coming up hard and fast. And then the Spartans kept trying to force the issue, but they had to throw it farther down the line, and the Chargers were able to reset. And Skylar Reed, with 1.5 minutes and counting, will kick it in off the goalie kick. And Bashir will forward it to midfield. Bussey for the Spartans will get it. And Skylar Reed will watch that one go out and come back in for the goal kick. And before she does, we will get under 1 minute to play. So Kyle, so far, the half isn't over, but how would you sum up this first half?
Carroll's offense, I definitely want to point out, because not only do they only have 2 forwards, but the ball mostly stays on Homestead's defensive side. I mean, Homestead's got a little bit of a speed advantage on Carroll, but overall, Carroll has some great pressure on Homestead's defense.
Absolutely right, as that kick is going to go out, and Skylar Reed back for the goal kick, and she's not in any hurry as we go under half a minute to play. As both teams might try to tweak some things at halftime. It's been an evenly fought game. We're now under 20 seconds with the score tied at 0, and she'll go ahead and just kick it out. Spartans still trying to force the issue. McAfee heads it away and out. We are 5 seconds away, so the Spartans, if they're going to get a goal kickoff here, or excuse me, a corner kick here, they're going to have to hurry, and they run out of time. As the zeros hit the scoreboard, the zeros are all over the board with the Chargers nothing and the Spartans nothing. This is Austin Fox and Kyle Pongratz for CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Welcome to today's broadcast of Carroll High School Athletics. This is CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports. Now, here are your Carroll Chargers.
All right, we're back with the second half, and the Lady Chargers will start with the ball as Sierra Geiger will pick it up and clear it out over to Diane McAfee.
Hoping to see some points on the board this half.
And preferably by the Chargers, but watch out. That was number 20, Katie Vale, who is making a move on goal, but was turned back by the Charger defense. Nicely played, and down to the ground goes. Looks like it was number 18 who ended up hitting the ground that time. So she'll clear it away, and Krosky fighting for it, has it, and picked up by number 12 of the Spartans, Emily Blay. And she'll clear it all the way down and back to the Chargers it goes, as it will go out for the throw in.
You know, I think the coach really had a pep talk, because, I mean, if you haven't noticed, Carroll is more spread out this one. They're not clustered up as much.
Oh, what a move! But held up by number 15 of the Spartans as she was trying to spin off a a Spartan defender. She was successful there for a moment, and that was very, very close to being a huge play, and another great stop by the Spartan defense as Chargers fighting for this one. Out it goes, back to the Spartans. Actually, that's going to go back to the Chargers. All right, here comes a throw. And Merritt clears it back. Near midfield it comes, and ooh, that's a hard fall for 17, Olivia Nispel. All right. And the Chargers have it. Here's the cross, and we got a chance in the goal! Goal, Carroll Chargers, and that one, the goalkeeper, Megan Romerfinger for the Spartans fell down, and
Megan what?
Megan Romerfinger was the goalie who fell down, and the official goal, again, hard to see who that was. The jersey partially blocked, and there was a lot of communication, a lot of confusion down there as that shot was going off. Not sure who the official goal scorer was. There was also 3 Charger players around there, but the Chargers take an early 1-0 lead, and we're only 3 minutes into this one. What a play by the Carroll Chargers. All right, and here come the Spartans, and they're trying to renew their attack. And another goal by the Chargers could almost seal this one, the way they've been playing, and the Chargers with a lot of passion. And here comes Hannah Krosky running hard. Is she going to cross soon? She stops on the box, takes it back, mini cross right in front, and it's stolen quickly. Fighting for it is Bashir of the Chargers. Geiger going to pick it up. All the way into the very far corner it goes, and there's a fall down by one of the Spartan players. Here's the entry, cross, and almost headed in. That was Tori Minnick who had a shot, and now we got a whistle, and it's going to go back to the Spartans. The Chargers pressing the issue here. What a game it's been, and what an early second half it's been. The Chargers have come out and played extremely well in this game, Kyle. You've got to wonder if the Chargers can keep this up. Can they score another goal? They're on the attack again. Another Homestead Spartan player falls down. Here's a cross and a save by Megan Romelfinger of the Homestead Spartans, her third of the night.
And you know what, Austin? I think I know what has changed this half. I'm recognizing 2 forwards, 4 midfielders, and 4 defenses. So they're running a 2-4-4 now instead of a 4-4-2.
Well, that's what they have been running, was that 2-4-4, the 2 forwards, 4 midfielders, 4 defensemen. But you just seen a lot more energy from these Lady Chargers. They have come out running and running hard. And it's almost like as fast as they came out running, it was they had a nice long break to rest and ponder, okay, did we try hard enough? Or that they were just bottling up their energy for a quick start. And it certainly paid off. That goal that was made trickled in.
But what's happening is the 2 forwards stay up, but 3 of the midfielders come up and join those forwards, but 1 stays back with the 4 defenses. So it's almost like they're switching positions when they're playing.
Absolutely. As soon as they're getting it over, it's almost like it's a 4 forward, 2 midfielder, or even a 5 midfielder. 5 forward, 1 midfielder, 4 defensemen. And Akroski, the 4 has it. Oh, what a nice little move there. Coming over, Brooke Bashir directing where she wants to go with it. Nice stop by number 20 of the Spartans. Katie Vale keeping Tori Minnick away from it. Chargers get it back across. Headed forward by Bashir. She was trying to get it to Kroski. Ooh, that time Megan Reeder was trying to clear it up and she flat out misses it. And here coming quickly is 16, Ari Nelson. But that's going to go out, and Skylar Reed will go ahead for the goalie kick. As Beischer heads it across the field, there's a fight for it, and the Spartans come out on top, but quickly McAfee right there to take it away. There's a fight for it down there on the far side. The Chargers come out ahead. And they're going to say, I think her foot wasn't in, or both feet weren't down, excuse me. Saw that call earlier. And now it's going to be Diane McAfee to throw in. And again, you saw where the Chargers really wanted to quickly get the ball, in. And the referee slowed it down. All right, here's Anna Kroski. Getting past one Spartan defender, lost it quickly, still on the Chargers side of the field. And that ball is going to go out of play. And it'll be a throw-in actually for the Spartans. It looked like it was off a Spartan player that time. Chargers will get it. And here it comes as Kroski really trying to fight for it. And now it's picked up by Claire Geiger. The sun is starting to set right now, and the lights are on. As Reeder fighting for it. And there's a fight, and that time it's Tori Minnick who comes out the winner. She was fighting against Elena Merritt. And here is the pass forward, and ooh, that's another hard fall. This time Olivia Nispel again going to the ground.
It's almost like every time they fall back down, they kind of recuperate and get back up and, settle out, distribute a little bit.
Anna Kroski is definitely playing hard in that forward position. As that one going all the way to the near side in the corner of the Spartan side of the field. And the Chargers will be going right to left. They were going left to right earlier. Here's Beischer, and she's going to cross. Goal! That's Diane McAfee with the goal with 31:44 left in the half. So 8:16 in, we have the second goal, Diane McAfee. Oh, excuse me, that's Sierra Geiger.
Alright, that one by Sierra Geiger. First one by Tori Minnick.
Sierra Geiger with 8:16 heads in the goal. Perfect cross by Tori Minnick, who gets the assist. You could not have drawn it up better than that, Kyle.
And you're right, Austin. I mean, we have barely even played 8.5 minutes, and there's already 2 points on the board. Great playing by Carroll.
And just like the junior varsity did, they came out with energy, passion, and fire. The Lady Chargers have come out tonight and staked themselves to an early 2-0 lead early in the second half. And the Chargers still fighting for it on the run about the 40-yard line on the Spartan side of the field, where Nicole Biggs will throw it in. And she's looking for Hannah Krosky. And now we got a whistle. And it looks like they're going to whistle Hannah Krosky for a little bit of a shove. And the Spartans are going to get it back. Boy, how about this fast start? We're only not even 10 minutes in, and the Chargers have staked themselves to a 2-0 lead.
Like I said, Austin, the coach must have had some serious talk with these girls that came out. And just like we said at the beginning of the game, these girls bring A game every time.
All right, the Spartans right now back on the attack. And here's number 16, Mary Nelson, who lost it. Nice defense by Megan Reeder. And the Chargers get it back, too.
The main difference in this half is they're just spread out more. I mean, there's not the cluster. I mean, there's still everyone bunching up as team-wise, but not nearly as bad as the first half.
All right, and again, spreading it out. That's much better. Skylar Reed with a nice save. Her second of the night. She had to dive over to her left to make the play. All right, here come the Spartans. And this time Skylar Reed coming over to tell Sydney that she's got it. And will clear it out of there. Oh, what a nice forward by Tori Minnick. The Chargers have just looked a lot better here in the second half. As that one's cleared out.
Nearly hitting the cameraman.
That would not be good for the cameraman.
Just a few more feet and you would have had a ruined camera.
Yeah, a few more feet. You also would have had a nice little souvenir to go along with this game. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Speaking of souvenirs, and a little different sport, but what about Brandon Jacobs throwing his helmet up into the stands for any of those Charger fans who watched that Colts-Giants game last night?
Eli versus Manning.
Manning Bowl, too, and that's a heated rivalry. You have to think with the two brothers, just like we're facing tonight.
Exactly.
Heated rivalries. I mean, both teams will say they respect each other, they love each other, they respect how they play, but when it comes down, both teams dying to win, and the Chargers lead 2-0, and here's Hannah Krosky, but she's all by herself out in an island, and she just really had nowhere to go with it.
Yeah, she was just swamped with defenders and couldn't get that crossover.
And there was no Charger players down the field with her, and there were 3 Spartan defenders, not including the goalkeeper, so it was like a 1-on-4 for Hannah Krosky. That's not a good matchup. And that time coming over and making another save, Megan Rommelfinger. Boy, she had a good first half. She was playing well. She picked up a couple of saves, and then you come out and she slips and allows the first goal to trickle in. And that's like almost a feeling of impending doom. You just watch that ball trickle right in, and you got all the Charger players wishing that it would trickle in faster. The Spartan players can't believe how fast it's trickling in, and then it trickles in, and then so that's that first mistake. And then the second mistake, just it was a perfect play by the Chargers, and really not a whole lot she could do about it. Sarah Geiger had it all wrapped up with one nice little head after the cross by Tori Minnick. And a Krosky fighting down on the near side on the corner, right in the Homestead territory, goes out. And I think the Spartans will get it back, and that is true. They will get it back. But quickly picked up by Nicole Biggs off the throw, and she's coming in, trying to move. Gets it over to Hannah Krosky. Krosky trying to find her way in. And now they're just going to put it on, and Rommelfinger will pick it up and clear it out. As this has been a very close game all the way around until the Chargers made it 2-0, but it still has that feel of it being a close game. But right now we're just seeing dominance from the Chargers. They look a lot better prepared. They look a lot better condition, and right now the Spartans are just really struggling to get anything going. By no means is this game out of reach. There's 26 minutes and 18 seconds left, Kyle, and the Chargers, who scored within 10 minutes, means that the Spartans could do so as well. You can't just sit back and relax and say that this game is over, because it's far from over.
Oh, you're right, Austin. 26 minutes left on the clock. It's still any girl's game.
Absolutely right. And the Chargers will throw in on the far side. And picked up by the defense in the box. And the Spartans will get it and move it across midfield.
Carroll Chargers, similar to boys Chargers tonight. The guy Chargers went to Homestead, as Homestead came to us.
And that would be interesting to find out what happened in that boys soccer game. Definitely be interesting to find out. There's a nasty collision with Tori Minnick and Katie Vale of the Spartans colliding. And the Chargers get it back. And Beischer will put the ball on net. All right, here it comes.
Big cluster down in the 20-yard line.
Oh, my goodness, that was a cluster, and that was number 5, Tori Minnick, who put the ball on net, and Rollfinger had to get over and make her 6th save of the night. The Chargers, who only had 2, have now had 4 shots on net, and 2 of them have netted into the back of the net. All right, here comes Sarah Geiger near midfield, and she's fighting, and she wins it.
I'm seeing a little bit more communication. When players are open, that they shove their hand up in the air, waited for it, and I didn't see a lot of that in the first half.
And this has been a much better second half of the Chargers all the way around.
More teamwork.
Absolutely. Obviously, that 2 goals lead that they've got, that's sort of a big reason why you see the better playing. I mean, obviously, they have the 2-goal lead for a reason here in the second half. So as we come down to just about halfway to play, 24:08 to go, Chargers 2, Spartans nothing. And the Spartans subbing a little bit, so are the Chargers. It'll be a throw-in once we get set, and the Chargers are going to throw it in. And it's picked up by Claire Geiger on the far sideline. And there's a cross into the box. Anna Krosky fighting. And nice clearance kick by Elena Merritt. You see now in a couple of possessions, getting right down in there in the box. You talked about not needing to be bunched up, but those Charger players have been really bunched up, and there hasn't been much room to go to. And Charger can throw it back in, but
I mean, you get that every once in a while. People get cluttered up, and they all want the ball at the same time.
yeah, absolutely. Sarah Geiger will pick it up near the 40-yard line of the Spartans, and she's going to fall to the ground. That's a hard fall, and coming up, it was Teresa Bussey who comes up and takes it away. Sarah Geiger quickly on her feet, not able to make it, so near midfield, there's a fight for it, and Ashley Steiner comes up with the winner and gets it all the way down near the 20-yard line of the box of the Chargers, and Claire Geiger, will take it, and there's a fight for it near the 30-yard line. And the Chargers get it near midfield, and running up hard to get it was Elena Merritt. She overran it, over-pursued, and the Chargers able to get it back, and they're just trying to control it in their box so they can set up something, as the Spartans have pressed the attack a little bit right here, and they're right back on it. And one thing that was interesting was the Chargers had some more room when they scored those 2 goals to operate. Right now, you're seeing a lot better defense, period, by the Spartans.
I mean, you're right. I mean, not only is Carroll trying not to cluster up, but defense is clustering up. If they figure they can pressure Carroll, all get together, huddle around that ball carrier, they can outdo them in footwork.
Absolutely, and the Chargers starting to have to fight again, because it was like a cakewalk really through the first 15 minutes of it. It didn't look like the Spartans could do anything right. it was a wonder why the Chargers didn't have about 3 goals, because they put about 4 or 5 shots on net within those first 15 minutes. And right now we've gone a good 5 at least, with the Chargers really being inside their own. Ooh, that's a kick that from Alexis Stein that hits Megan Reeder right in the side of the head. But right now the Chargers are having to fight off a Spartan attack on their side of the field here in these last 5 minutes of play. I mean, it's like the Spartans came back and they're really fighting. So Skylar Reed and the defense is going to have to fight.
Yeah, I mean, Carroll defense has only seen Homestead 4 times so far this half on their side of the field, and it's only been 19 minutes in.
Absolutely, and we are 20 minutes, 39 seconds left to go. Second half, excuse me. The Chargers 2, Spartans nothing on this NHC rivalry. And I yet to be, not have to watch me eat my words, but I didn't say this was going to be a blowout or a lopsided loss, but 2-0 seems a little lopsided to me, and as I'm watching this game develop, right now this entire game looks lopsided, especially here in the second half.
Well, like I said, Austin, it just comes down to whoever gets tired first.
Oh my goodness, that time coming over is 21, Angela Hess, who had some good footwork around on the far side near the Homestead box, and Tori Minnick was trying to get over there so Hess could cross it, and unfortunately there were just too many Spartans in the way. So we're under the halfway point now. The Chargers 2, Spartans nothing. CSBN, worldwide leader in Charger sports. As we are near midfield, the Spartans will get it back on their side before they set their attack.
You know, what I'm seeing is, with Homestead's ball carriers, whenever somebody has the ball, there's always that one other Homestead girl running right beside them.
And you talk about spreading out and needing to spread out, and that might be some of their problem.
It just seems like they're always in pairs of 2.
Absolutely, and that might be a strategy. So far it hasn't worked and they haven't scored any goals. But you never know. I mean, you know, this is far from over. The Spartans have started to press the issue a little bit more, and I'm sure that Carroll Chargers coach Rick Smith is telling their Chargers, as there's a nice save off of a kick by Rommelfinger, that we can't give up. There's still 18 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. I mean, 2-0 is that's not huge. A goal and it's a fight. I mean, all it takes is one shot to bounce in across the line.
You're right, Austin. Mathematically speaking, anything is possible at this point in time.
Absolutely. You saw the Chargers score 2 goals within 5 minutes of each other.
Homestead can do the same thing, and there's 18 minutes left.
I mean, there's no reason to think that Homestead is any less talented, so the Chargers have to be careful here, as Tori Minnick will come out, and Hannah Krosky, after playing a hard opening 15 minutes, coming back in. Angela Hess had subbed in for it. That's that one coming out, and we'll go back to the Chargers. So it's a countdown now, where the Chargers are hoping that this defense can hold up. As here's Teresa Bussey, number 23 for the Spartans. Try to clear it long. McAfee misplays it. She's hustling after it on the far side. And that time Renee Wycliffe is going to have to just kick it out for the throw-in by the Spartans. Here it comes. Well played by Sierra Geiger to forward it away from the box. And they're at the 30-yard line on the Chargers side of the field. It's Teresa Bussey trying to kick it in, and she'll not even be close.
Long kick, 35 yards out.
Absolutely, and she was just hoping maybe for something there, and didn't really work.
16:50 on the clock.
So 16 minutes and 50 seconds until this game is all said and done. As this NHC match counting down. All right, here is Bashir. Gets to Nicole Biggs. She's running hard down the near side. And that time it was Angela Hess who wasn't even paying attention when Nicole Biggs was trying to cross it over to her. And here's Hannah Krosky now. She'll get it over. Try to get it over to Angela Hess. Nice defensive play on the Spartan defense. And they'll clear it back up. Megan Reeder takes it there. Oh, what a perfect. Got the bounce off her chest, and then she cleared it all the way back into Spartan territory. It was almost as if the Chargers came out so fast, the Spartans lost their composure a little bit, and then they've gotten it back, but is it a little too late?
It just may be. I mean, I'm starting to see the ball kind of evenly distribute without both sides. It's starting to stay in the middle a lot more than on one side or the other.
Absolutely, and the Chargers came out so fast, and Sierra Geiger's going to come out for Claire Geiger, but it is definitely, it almost seemed as though they came out so quick that that Homestead lost a little bit of composure as there's a fight for it by Claire Geiger who comes back in, and the Chargers get their composure back a little bit, and then the Spartans do, and it's right back to really they're fighting hard for it. Ooh, that's a tough ball, and Angela Hess hit the ground, and it's Elena Merritt who's whistled for it. All right. That one going to go all the way out on the near side. And it'll be a throw-in by Claire Geiger into Angela Hess. She's fighting for it at about the 35-yard line, moving up to the 30. And right back out. So under 15 minutes to go. Nothing's over until it's over. But the Chargers haven't given the Spartans an inch this entire game.
What I'm starting to notice from Carroll defense is agility. It's every time they get the ball, all the forwards are supposed to move up and try and intercept it, right? Well, what Carroll does is they wait till they get there, last minute, punt it all the way back to Carroll's forwards where none of their players are at.
Absolutely, and that strategy has worked out well for them because Homestead for the game has had 2 shots on goal.
Right.
The Chargers for the game have had 8. And that is a lopsided shot ratio. Charger shots on goal to Homestead shots on goal. That's a lopsided ratio that if it takes the Spartans another 8 shots to get 2 goals, I mean, it almost looks like that's going to be impossible. And here it comes. Angela Hess puts the ball in net. Goal! Angela Hess has made it 3-0 in favor of the Chargers.
That was by Angela Hess.
What a shot, and Megan Rommelfinger just flat out missed it. That was all the way in tight, and the Chargers' lead is now 3-0. Kyle, I would not have ever have thought coming into this game that the score could be 3-0 or 3-1.
Homestead, Carroll's main rival. It's the one Carroll's always feared when it comes to, sports. And we're leading them by 3 points.
And we are beating them by 3 points at this point.
But, I know, you see what I mean is once that defensive gets that, punts it way up to forward where there's no one there.
And Angela Hess was going one-on-one hard with a Spartan defender, and she flat out won.
But that's one-on-one. That's not 4 other of their midfielders.
Absolutely. And Angela Hess is actually 5'10", so I think she used a little bit of that height advantage to overcome the Spartan defender that time. And that was well played all the way around by Angela Hess as she nets the goal, the 3rd of the game for the Chargers. And, there's 12:40 to go, Kyle, but can we almost call this game over?
I wouldn't say yet.
Not yet, but I mean, this has just been a throttling, dismantling here in the second half by the Chargers. And now you have the varsity scoring 3 goals and the junior varsity scoring 3 goals all in the second half.
And, just like you said earlier, maybe Homestead just could, it might be giving up its composure and it's like starting to give up,
And I'm sure they're not going to give up. I think that this is a Homestead team that has a little too much character to give up. they kept fighting, and I think with a 2-goal lead, they felt that they could legitimately get back into this soccer match here and maybe tie it up, get a goal. And here's a cross. Skylar Reed, nice save. It bounced out of her hands, but she's able to recover quickly, and she'll throw it forward to Hannah Crosby now. But that was a beautiful pass by the Charger player. And again, you might as well give the goal to the Charger player who passed it, because it was about 5 feet in front of Angela Hess, and she didn't have to change
placement.
She didn't have to change direction. She didn't have to run any faster. She didn't have to slow up for it. She was going the same speed all the way. Perfect pass, and that's almost something you work on, because that was pretty.
Exactly. It's just like that close quarters passing of that placement. I mean, it's right there. That accuracy of Carroll, close quarters.
Absolutely. And so there's a fight for it near the 35-yard line, and it'll go back to the Chargers here as Brooke Fleischer go ahead and kick it in. And we've got 10:50 to go. Your Chargers 3, Spartans nothing. Skylar Reed with 3 saves so far tonight. Here's the cross. Almost a 4th goal. That one just off the side. It was Claire Geiger who was right there. And ends up bouncing off the hands of Rommelfinger and then off of Claire Geiger again. Well, that was a very close play right there. The Chargers almost added to their lead once more.
That's very possible at this point. Chargers, I know they're not going to give up. Homestead, I know they're going to keep putting that pressure on there.
Alexa Braun comes in for Claire Geiger. And here it comes. Up the field. All right, back come. Oh, what a nice play by Alexa Braun. She was right there in front of number 20, Katie Bale. And they have a little bit of a collision. Here's the loss forward. Picked up by midfield by 18, Maddie Messman. As this one now coming now, and here come the Spartans in a hurry. Uh-oh, we got number 3 right now, Marce Patrick, who shoots. Save!
Nice save by Skylar.
Diving all the way to her right to make the save. Skylar now with her 4th of the night, and that was another good save, because
great save.
Marcy Patrick, the senior forward for the Spartans, had about one of the best looks they've had all night.
And, Skylar has definitely, statistically speaking, matched Homestead's goalie this soccer match. Because, she's had more saves, and she's just overall had, better skill.
And she has played very well. And here come the Chargers. And I think that's Hannah Crosby there. Oh, she crossed it, and she absolutely drilled number 15, Kelsey Stevens. And now we got a whistle. And we've got a Spartan player down on the field. That's number 4, Sarah Green. She had herself quite a good first half. But we'll be back in just a moment. We've got an injury on the field. This is CSBN,
worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Welcome to today's broadcast of Carroll High School Athletics. This is CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports. Now, here are your Carroll Chargers.
Back from that injury, it looks like she just overstretched trying to get the ball and kind of just did one of the splits numbers. Overstretched it, she did get subbed in. Carroll's going to have this one, number 6, battling with number 13, defensive from Homestead. She's going to kick it out. Who's it going to go to?
It looks like the Spartans are going to get it back. And this time they're going to go ahead and give it to number 15 of the Spartans to kick it back down the field. It's Kelsey Stevens. who's been doing those duties tonight when the situation has called for it. Alexa Braun trying to outfight the Spartan player. Somewhat successful, and Spartan player number 20, Katie Vale, was able to head it forward against one of those Charger players right near midfield, and it's about the 40-yard line right now on the far side. And out it goes, and it's one of the Charger players having to duck out of the way all the way on the far side of the bench. Comes a throw in. We're under 7 minutes to go, and the Chargers lead 3-0. Nothing is over until the horn sounds, but I don't expect a huge collapse by the Chargers, you wouldn't think. As Skylar Reed will go ahead and clear it down the field. Alright. See what she does. As she'll get set for the kick.
Skylar stated up at the kick at the 10-yard goal line, inside her box. Short punt, about 35, back to defensive line. They're going to try and run this up slowly. Pass it up. Homestead intercepts it. They're going to take this one up. 16 trying to get it, but defensive line picks it up. They're going to do a spinning kick, get it back out to the 35. Looking for a pass to Sierra. Can she get there? She gets there for the cross.
So that's a point.
Homestead's going to get it. She's battling. Hard kick to the shin guards. Homestead's going to get it up by midfield. Midfield tries to stop it. It bounces back to defense. Sierra's going to get it right in the middle of the center of the circle. Trying to battle those tough Homestead forwards.
Absolutely. And here come the Spartans back on the attack. It's number 13 who had it briefly for the Spartans, and then picked up by Sure. Oh, Alexa Braun hits the ground hard. And she gets back up slowly, and it's back the other way. Boy, she took an awkward bounce. Coming back the other way, it's picked up by Hannah Crossgate. And we've got under 5 minutes left before the Chargers can go home officially as the winner. And they'll get it back as it goes out. But, you know, Kyle, just have to ask you. We've seen the first half, and then we've seen the second. And I know you've said that the Chargers have really opened it up. But has there been anything else that you've seen from the Chargers that have really helped them take this 3-0 lead at this point?
Defense. Defense is one thing I have to mention. Whenever Homestead's forwards get to the defense sticks back and makes that 4-man line. And they spread out, and as soon as they get the ball, they're looking on that 4-man line, and whoever's got a clear shot to the other side of the field, that's who they pass it to, and their forwards are waiting up there. Their forwards aren't off sides, but they're waiting up there right even with Homestead defense.
Absolutely, and we're going to go under 4 minutes to play. That ball quickly goes out, and we've been talking about only 5 shots on goal for the Spartans today. 8 for the Chargers. And you talk about that those four-man line defense for the Chargers has been huge. Alexa Braun.
I mean, right here you can see them back. They're backing up and sitting in that line, waiting.
Absolutely. The Spartans are getting ready to set. You've got Diane McAfee. You've got number 15. You've got number 18. You've got number 10 on the Chargers. And here comes a chance. And Diane McAfee right there fighting for it. Goes out. Will probably be a corner kick.
I think the only one saved that was number 8 from Carroll, Diane McAfee. She put that constant pressure on Homestead forwards and didn't let her inside that box.
Absolutely. It will be a corner kick. As we go under 3 minutes now to play as the clock continues to tick down. So at this point, the Spartans have to score a goal a minute if they want to even tie this game. There's the cross, and that was not a good one. The Chargers are going to get it back. Is that one going to go out, and the Chargers have it? And here comes Braun to throw it in. She'll get it into Hannah Krosky, who immediately felt the pressure from number 13 of the Spartans. And back to the Chargers it goes, and we're under 2.5. So Charger fans will leave home happy today, as we are just about to the 2-minute mark. As that one's cleared to the 40-yard line of the Spartans, back up the field comes number 23, Brooke Beischer, and she has a chance before she's knocked off the ball.
And mathematically speaking, Austin, Homestead would have to get a goal every 30 seconds and barely makes the time limit as we're going into the 1 minute and 50 seconds.
Absolutely, and that just seems a little too hard to do, because remember, even if you score a goal, there's that downtime between the goal and then when it gets set up for the Chargers to make a play. Is that time tough fall?
I mean, that not only, it's second half with only 1 minute 30 seconds to go. Players are getting tired. Players are getting tired.
Well, the Chargers are, and I mean, even if they, excuse me, even if the Chargers would have, and the Spartans would have scored, the Chargers wouldn't hurry up and put it back in midfield. And the time does not stop. All right, so here come the Spartans with 1:10 now.
Going down into the second clock.
And what a jump. Skylar reached. She's fighting for it. She doesn't have control over it, and finally she does. She was getting kicked around over there.
Yeah, that looked like she was not feeling very comfortable right there. Homestead players just kicking her, trying to get that ball out.
It was number 18 and number 15. Number 18, Jenna Merchant, and 15, Kelsey Stevens, who are really trying to fight that ball out of Skylar Reed's hands and try and make sure this one is at least a blank sheet.
30 seconds on the clock.
And the Spartans, after a whistle, will get ready. And they kick it in. And Diane McAfee clears it out. And it goes out. And now we're under 20 seconds to go. Well, I want to thank everyone for joining us today. I'm Austin Fox. I'm going to thank Kyle Pongrass for being with me. Again, only the second game CSBN is done, and we're going to do some more as the season progresses. And that is the horn, and this game is history. Never would have thought the score would have been 3-0 at the final. But you know what, Kyle, it is.
You know what? I mean, that just shows how much Carroll's soccer has been improving within the years and the years and the years. I mean, never would have thought Carroll's main rival would have lost to a 3-point game.
Absolutely. We expected this one to be a close one. However, your Chargers win the game 3-0. So for Austin Fox
and Kyle Pongrass,
this is CSBN.
Worldwide leader in Charger Sports. 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 Leader